The striker hunt for Manchester United continues as Manchester United chases down the Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins. Now, there's been a lot of news flying around about Manchester United and the need for strikers. Since we signed Brian Mbeumo, we have turned our attentions to either getting, at least rumors have it, that want to get a striker, a midfielder, and a goalkeeper. But we're going to focus on one now. According to Ben Jacobs and potentially Alex Crook, Manchester United have held fresh talks over Ollie Watkins, and Villa's £60 million valuation currently deemed too high, but Man UFC are prepared to advance things if price drops. Villa have no plans to alter their position unless a replacement is found. Nicholas Jackson is one player appreciated, and that is from Ben Jacobs with regards to Aston Villa and their need. And then about 2 hours ago, Manchester United, this is according to Ben Jacobs as well, Manchester United hold fresh talks over Ollie Watkins as revealed with Alex Crook earlier. Now, Watkins valued at £60 million with Villa's preference to keep or not to sell without a replacement. Villa retain an interest in Alejandro Garnacho, separate deal should they advance talks. So, and then Ben Jacobs actually went on the United stand and said Alejandro and Aston Villa is one to watch. Alejandro Garnacho and Aston Villa is one to watch, and Man United still value him at £60 million. As opposed to a video that I released yesterday where there was rumors that Man United have kind of dropped down their valuation to about £40 million. And then obviously Ben Jacobs, was still out there, dropping bombs left, right, and center. And I think Fabrizio Romano too has said the same. We're going to go over to Fabrizio Romano and just kind of talk about what he said with regards to this whole Ollie Watkins talk. And this is a bit more realistic than what we had with Isak. Now, so Fabrizio Romano has come out severally to say that Manchester United have an interest in Ollie Watkins, but that conversation is still ongoing, and there is, there's only just talks that have been happening back and forth between Man United and Villa, and basically he has not said anything, basically. Ollie Watkins hasn't said anything, and Villa don't want to sell. And it is what it is. I keep seeing a lot of interesting news, but we're going to talk about those ones much later. But yeah, so Man United wants to sign Ollie Watkins. What do you guys think? We're going to check his profile because he's one player that I know, especially in the Premier League, and Man United is moving away from just signing marquee signings, having marquee signings and all of that, and they are going ahead to sign players who would actually kind of show potential. What I mean by show potential is that they are moving on to signing players who have been Premier League proven, right? Who have scored and Ollie Watkins is one who has always done it. Ollie Watkins has proven it over the last 4 to 5 seasons, and we're going to look at his career as a Villa player, and then we're going to break down his progress. So career wise, before we get there, let's talk about some stats. So last season he got 16 goals. His XG was 15.49, so he smashed that. XG on target 15.48, smashed that. He had only 2 penalty goals. He had 13.91 non-penalty goals. He had 84 shots and 40 on target. So it's almost half his shots were on target. But he's ranked as basically in the top. Ranked in the top basically for strikers and all of that. Now, as a Villa player, he's played 255 games. He scored 87 goals. That's about 0.7 goals per every 2 games. 0.7 goals every 2 games. So for playing for Aston Villa 24-25 season, he got 17 goals, 14 assists. That is not a number to be argued about. 17 goals, 14 assists in 54 games. He played even in the Champions League. And then in 17 goals, 14 assists is about 32 goal contributions, 31 goal contributions in last season, 24-25. And then 23-24, he scored 27 goals, 13 assists. And then in 22-23, he scored 16 goals, 7 assists. And then in 21-22, 11 goals, 2 assists. 20-21, he scored 16 goals, 5 assists. So he's done absolutely amazing, like scoring goals back to back, over 10 goals every season in the Premier League alone. And then for Brentford, he scored 26 goals, had 3 assists in 19-20 season after playing 50 games. And then in Brentford 18-19 season, because he played 3 seasons in Brentford, he scored 12 goals, 6 assists after 45 games. And then for the 2017-2018 season, after playing 48 games, I'm guessing it's championship, he scored 11 goals, 5 assists. So he scored more than 10 goals every season for the last, how many seasons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons. 10 goals, over 10 goals every season. And if we're going to compare 10 seasons ago, how many? 7 seasons. 7 seasons ago, he had a combination of goal contribution of 16 goal contributions. And then the one after that, he had 18 goal contributions. The one after that, he had 29 goal contributions in the last season at Brentford. And then the one after that, he had around 21 goal contributions. Then the one after that, he had 13 goal contributions. And then the one after that, which was a 2022-2023 season, he had 22 goal contributions. And then the one after that, 23 goal contributions rather. The one after that, he had, that's his 23-24 season. He had over 40 goal contributions. He had 40 goal contributions in that game, in that season, scoring 27 goals and 13 assists. And then the last season, he had around 30-something goal contributions. That is 32 goal contributions. That's sick. 32 goal contributions. That is sick, man. Like the last 3 or 4 seasons, he's done absolutely amazing. But another thing that we need to consider, again, as Manchester United fans, or to think about when we talk about Ollie Watkins, is the fact that he is 30 or 29 years. It's going to be 30 in December, but he's 29, right? Now, there's a possibility that he can give us a good 3-4 seasons and score over 10 goals in a season in the Premier League alone. We're not talking about all competitions, just the Premier League, right? That would be absolutely amazing. But the price is now the sticking point. The price is the sticking point for Ollie Watkins. And the price I'm hearing is £60 million. And I'm hearing that there's the potential of an exchange between Aston Villa and Man United for Ollie Watkins and Garnacho, because they have an interest in Garnacho. But then it is going to be interesting to see what happens in this transfer window. And if you get him, I wouldn't say it's going to be a bad signing. I would not say it's going to be a bad signing, and all of that. And then, speaking of striker targets, David Ornstein is saying 5 hours ago that Newcastle are exploring a move for Benjamin Sesko of RB Leipzig in the case that Alexander Isak leaves. Now, the 22-year-old RB Leipzig forward is subject to a long-standing Newcastle interest plus the top target should Isak depart. Now, deal is challenging from a financial perspective for Newcastle, right? So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Another player that is of interest to Newcastle, speaking of strikers, they've made an offer for Yohan Wissa of Brentford, a bid worth £25 million rejected by Brentford, but Newcastle pursuit is ongoing, plus personal terms for 28-year-old forward is not an issue if move evolves. The Congo international is back in London for talks with club bosses. So, yeah. I don't know if if we should go back and deal with Brentford again for the potential of signing Yohan Wissa. I think he's a good player. He had a good goal return last year and last 2 years. But yeah, speaking of Ollie Watkins, he will also be a good player to also go for. 29 years old, going to be 30 in December. So I know. I mean, what do you guys think about the Ollie Watkins deal? What do you guys think? Is there a player that Manchester United should go for? Seeing as he's going to turn 30, so he probably will give us like 2 seasons or 3 seasons. Because by the time he starts getting slow, I think the Erasmus and Joshua Zirkzee would have also come of age and come to their peak and all that. Joshua Zirkzee is still 24, just turned 24. Rasmus is going to turn 23 soon. So still hasn't gotten there yet. But then Chidobe also is waiting in the wings. So I don't know what that means for Chidobe when we get Ollie Watkins. Even though I know we need a striker and we should get one now. If it's one for the now, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section about this one, because we need to have a conversation about this. Do you think that Man United should go all out for Ollie Watkins? Obviously, if we can strike a deal with Villa at probably 30 million pounds with 5 million or 10 million in add-ons, I don't think they'll reject, so long as they are able to get a replacement for him. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. I mean, there are other strikers that we can go for in the league, even though we need a Premier League proven striker. I'm seeing stuff like Evan Nielsen of Bournemouth. But let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this whole thing, about this whole striker situation. Who do you think Man United should go for that we can afford? Because right now it has to be we can afford, unless there are outgoings. Maybe this Garnacho to Villa would open the door for Ollie Watkins to. So it's kind of like we sell Garnacho to Villa and it hits our books as, pure profit, and then we buy Ollie Watkins and it hits their books as pure profit, or it hits their books as a profit on whatever they signed him for from Brentford, and everybody goes home happy and PSR is not an issue, because obviously Villa have a PSR issue and that they need to resolve. So maybe something we need to talk about. But let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this whole deal, about this whole signing. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We are hitting milestones. We're growing as a community and we'll continue to grow. So thank you so much. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye and God bless.